Welcome to day one of the self care challenge. I'm so excited. I know that a lot of people will be joining on the replay because not everyone is available at this time, and that is totally fine. So, if you are joining me right now, you can drop in the comments whether you are seeing me live or whether you are seeing me on a replay. If you are joining me from a Facebook business page or a YouTube channel, you can join us in this challenge. We are in Live Your Sweet Life in a Facebook group. And this week we are focusing on self care because when we feed our soul, we can use the food for fuel. So in our group, we are focusing on finding our energy, igniting our metabolism, giving ourselves self care, and calming the sugar and carb cravings in a balanced way. We're not counting not counting calories, carbs, or macros. So you can join us over there at Live Your Sweet Life on Facebook. It's in the comments below. So I am so excited for this challenge. It's been a little while since we've done a 5-day challenge. And I'm excited for the things that are coming here. So at the end of the 5 days, there'll be a giveaway for those who are participating throughout the 5 days. You have to be in the group to get that. And my goal for you is to help you determine, so how are you doing with self-care? Are you actually really doing self-care? Some of the myths in self-care and what kind of self-care is really going to be most helpful for you. So welcome if you're just joining me. So the first thing I want to ask is, what do you think of when someone says self-care? So you can drop in the comments if you're seeing this live or on the replay and what you think of as self-care. I don't know about you, but the first thing I thought of when I thought of self-care is things like a massage, getting a manicure, getting a pedicure, things like that, taking a trip away with the girls or something like that, which honestly, a lot of us just really don't have time for, especially if I'm a special needs mom. So I can't just leave and, go away. Time is really tight. So, self care is really can be a lot of different things. And so, self care, it literally is taking care of yourself, whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. So often, good morning, Gail. So often we are living for the care of others. Tell me if you feel that. Some of you may be in a point in your life where you're not caring for others, and that's fine, but you may still feel the pull of pleasing others. So you might be in the thick of it with kids, jobs, spouse, family, things going on, and you are feeling like you need to take care of everybody else. And there's always things that are falling off of your to-do list. You're never getting it all done. So then you feel like, oh, I can't, how can I take time for self-care because I'm not even getting all the things done that I need to get done? Or you're kind of still stuck in, pleasing mode, people pleasing mode. So, how many people feel like you are a little bit stuck in a rut, that you could shake things up a bit, that you could have some self care? And especially right now, where we're still in the pandemic, a lot of us do feel that. It's basically, there's a word for it, it's called languishing. So, where some of us are not really moving forward, we're not really maybe going backwards, we're just kind of at a standstill. We're not doing much. We're not going a lot of places. We're kind of doing the same thing over and over again. It's called languishing. So that can be some of the things that happen. So you're taking care of all the people, you are people pleasing, or sometimes languishing is what's going on. So let's talk about that and how we get out of this and take care of ourselves. So why am I talking about this when my focus is helping people find their energy and their metabolism and getting control of the sugar and the sugar cravings and building healthy habits? Because a lot of times we end up in a place where we have a lot of things going on. We can just eat the emotions. Where are my stress eaters at? Do we have any stress eaters here? So we can end up just saying, I deserve this. So I remember being at work one time. This was a long time ago, even before kids, and it was kind of a terrible day at work. And I went down to the cafeteria and I was feeling bad about a couple of, yeah, me too, gal. I was feeling bad about a couple of interactions that happened that morning and just different things. And I remember going downstairs to the caf and looking at, like, before even the first thing that I wanted to do was I found like the biggest piece of cake and I said, I need that. After the day that this morning that I've had, I absolutely have to have this. So it was a way I deserve this. It was a way to make myself feel better. So I was basically eating the feelings. I wasn't caring for my soul. I was basically just eating the feelings. Have you been there? Like, I think a lot of us have been there. So in the moment, that's fine. Sometimes we need to take care of ourselves in the moment because guilt and shame have no place here because they only fuel the negative feelings and the spiral even more. But we can build habits that are going to serve us, build habits that are going to help us get us where we need to go. So we need to have another strategy. So, one of the big things that I love is using curiosity. And I've kind of talked about this a little bit before. There's a great book by a psychiatrist called Dr. Judson Brewer, and he has a great book on anxiety that has been life changing. And he talks about this a lot. And it's the different types of curiosity. So, curiosity is really what's helpful, and there are different types of curiosity. So, have you ever felt that like you just need something? So, it's just like this scratchy curiosity that you have to find out right now. It's this itch that you have to scratch right now. So, you can't remember the name of that actor in that movie, and you just need to find, it's just bugging you. You just need to find out right now. You feel bad and you want to feel better right now. You're anxious and you want to fix it right now. So, you're Googling, you're trying to like take immediate action to sort of fix it right now. So he calls this destination curiosity. So imagine you're going on a trip and you're just like, I just need to get there just to the place as soon as I can. I'm scrambling for the fastest way to get there. It kind of is like a reactive form of curiosity where you're just reacting to things. It leads to this kind of closed in feeling, kind of a tightening in your body. It feels kind of tight and uncomfortable, that kind of, I need curiosity. And he calls that destination curiosity. And that kind of reactive destination curiosity often leads to self indulgence, where we're trying to fix something. So it's reactive. It's not really self care. We're just like reacting and trying to fix it. So let's talk about the other kind of curiosity, which is interest curiosity or journey. I like to call it journey curiosity. So, have you ever been on a trip where you can just decide where you want to stop? So, if you're on your way somewhere, you know it's going to be there, but maybe you're on a trip or you're walking to another destination and you see a store that's really interesting, really intriguing, and you want to check it out. And you go in and you check it out. Maybe you discover something new, or what's that over there? What's this over there? It's curiosity. So journey curiosity is basically, you can sum it up in I wonder. I wonder what it's like over there. I wonder what it's like in that store. I wonder what it's like if we what it would be like if we did this. I wonder what it would be like if we did that. And we can has if you think about it, this journey curiosity really has a more expansive feeling. It feels good, it feels joyful, it feels expansive, feels relaxed. So this kind of curiosity leads us to self-care. So when we are in destination curiosity, we're like, we have to fix it right now. And that's what leads us to kind of the self-indulgent. I just need to do something right now. The journey curiosity leads us to feel to I wonder what I need right now. I wonder what would make me feel better right now. I wonder what would help me do whatever. All of these things that so we can find out what we really need to do to care for ourselves. So, though you can use those two different types of curiosity to kind of help you figure out what you need. Now, there are different forms of self care. So, saying no to things, resetting an expectation. So, today is Valentine's Day. And at a lot of probably younger schools across, in many places, they're doing Valentine's. And sometimes there's this expectation for moms that when your kid comes home with the Valentine's bag, that some of the other moms did really elaborate Valentines. And that's great, but you can feel like, oh, I need to do something really fancy. I need to do it. Just the scope of it gets bigger and bigger. I don't know. Have you ever been there? That happens with me a lot where it's not just something simple. I can't just do this Valentine. It starts to needing to be bigger and bigger. The expectations get bigger for it. Or if someone's coming over to your house and you feel like, oh, it has to be clean and pristine, you can change those expectations. You can say, okay, my expectation is I will, put away these things, but if there's a few dishes on the counter, that's fine. Some of the other forms of self care are going to bed early, getting a fancy new journal and a pen, reading a fantastic book in bed, going somewhere new or doing something new, connecting with yourself with journaling. That's an awesome one. Connecting with friends who are supportive, eating healthy. So there's lots of different things that we'll explore through these 5 days. But the first step, the first thing that I have for you today is, are you actually practicing good self care? So, I have a quiz for you today. So, this is an awesome quiz that you can do. This was really helpful for me. So, I was able to look through this and say it was helped me to identify some of the areas that could be helpful for me. For example, I tend to still take extra responsibilities when my plate is full. Um, I could I need to accept help more. That's one of the things that I saw on here. Saying no to things. Um, eh, you know, um, I think journaling more. I journal a little bit, but I could be journaling more. There's a lot of different things on here. So this is a great resource for you to kind of take a look at. I will post this, and your homework for today is really just to look at this list. You can fill it out. They have a way to score it so you can see kind of how you're doing with self-care. But even if you don't have time for that, just look through this and identify what are the areas that you could be doing more, you could be doing better at. Are there things that you are using for self-care now that really are not serving you? So are there some things that you can be changing, and what things do you need to add in to be able to give yourself more self-care? And do you see the difference in times when you are experiencing that scratchy destination curiosity or the journey curiosity? So I'll put up a homework post in a few minutes. So just sometime over the next 5 days, just make sure that you watch the video, that you complete the homework post, and you will be entered into the drawing. Thank you so much for joining me. And I know other people will be watching this as we go. All right. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.